Welcome into Steelers Talk. I am your host, Jack Sperry, and today we have a great slate of Steelers news and rumors to cover with you guys right here on the show. First up, we're going to go over multiple reports that claim that Justin Fields has quote-unquote no chance of becoming the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers for Week 1 when the Steelers play the Atlanta Falcons. Then we'll go over Patrick Peterson, who has publicly said he wants to return to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2024. Should the black and gold bring him back? I'll give you my take later in today's show, and then we're going to finish up today's edition of Steelers Talk with a big announcement for the channel. You're not going to want to miss that, so make sure you stick around to the end of today's program. And I want to congratulate all of you guys for helping us pass the Lakers report in total subscribers and moving up the power rankings here at Chat Sports. We're now in the top 10 channels here at Chat Sports overall. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. But you know what? We are not done yet. And the next closest channel that we have on our list is the Chiefs Report, who have just over 54,500 subs. So we're trying to lock them down right now. We're trying to get them going. So we really do appreciate all the support of everybody that has clicked that subscribe button. If you're a new viewer and you have not clicked that subscribe button yet, the rest of Steelers Nation is counting on you right now. I'll tell you guys this right now. Click that subscribe button. Try us out for a week. I promise you, you are not going to regret, clicking that subscribe button, because we have a daily and free Steelers content for you guys, and we do it better here at Steelers Talk than anywhere else on YouTube. So now let's get into today's top story, where that multiple reports from Steelers insiders claim that Justin Fields has quote-unquote no chance to be Pittsburgh's starting quarterback for Week 1, claiming that there is not an open competition for QB1 in Pittsburgh. This is what Mark Kaboly from the Athletic had to say about the situation. The reality of the situation is that, barring injury, there is no chance that Fields will be the starting quarterback over Russell Wilson for the season opener. It doesn't matter how well Fields plays in the spring or summer. So listen, and Mark Kaboly wasn't alone in saying this, as Ray Filipaldo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette joined him in a report today, saying, as far as the competition goes, I don't see it as an open competition. I think Justin is taking the right attitude, really the attitude that he has to take, that he's going in there and he's going to prepare like he's the starter. But I think we all know that unless there's an injury to Russell Wilson, or unless things go tremendously bad for him in training camp and the preseason games, that Russ is going to be the starter for the team heading into the regular season. And guys, if you've been watching the channel here over the last several months, I said it literally the day they traded for Justin Fields. They're not bringing him in to start over Russell Wilson. Plain and simply. This is Russ's job, and Justin Fields is more of a plan B option in case Russ gets hurt or in case he stinks and they have to go to Justin Fields as kind of a potential long-term answer. And really, it's pretty simple, guys. This job is Russell Wilson's to lose. That doesn't mean that Russ won't lose it at some point during the season. I'm just saying that that is not what the Steelers plan on happening at this point, and the Steelers see Justin Fields as a backup quarterback option to Russell Wilson heading into the 2024 season, and this is not an open competition. But let me know if you agree with that down there in the comments section. Who's the better quarterback between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields? Give me your pick down there in the comments section. Type RW for Russell Wilson, or if you think Justin Fields is the better quarterback, type JF down there in the comments for today's pinned comment. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. When that happens, take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question. So now let's talk about Patrick Peterson here, who of course is still available on the free agency market, and he has expressed publicly that he wants to come back to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2024. This is what Pat Pete had to say about the Steelers. Hopefully I can get something done with the Steelers, but that's the team, because that's the team I definitely want to play for, because I have just so much respect for Coach Mike Tomlin. And he actually went on to say that, most teams, after losing those 3 games against the Cardinals and the Patriots and and then the Colts, after those 3-game stretch where the Steelers' playoff hopes were less than 1%, He said most teams would just have their players kind of, preparing for vacations and, kind of throw in the towel. Not the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Mike Tomlin. And listen, Patrick Peterson is a future Hall of Famer. This is somebody that's been in a lot of different locker rooms with a lot of different coaches, and this is the guy that he claims is the best leader he has ever been around. If you ask me, I think the Steelers are very lucky to have a guy like Mike Tomlin as their head coach. Now, coming up here, I'm going to let you know whether or not I think the Steelers should bring back Patrick Peterson for the 2024 campaign. But before we get into that, let's have word from our sponsor here at Fanatics. Go to chatsports.com/Russ to get your very own number 3 Russell Wilson Pittsburgh Steelers jersey just in time for the 2024 campaign. If you're like me and you believe in Russell Wilson, you think he's going to lead this team to double-digit wins here in 2024, you can use our link, chatsports.com/Russ. If you make a purchase by using that link, Fanatics will send some proceeds our way, so we really do appreciate all of your support. So go to chatsports.com/Russ and purchase a Russell Wilson jersey today if you want to help out the channel. Now, for me personally, guys, I wouldn't mind bringing back Patrick Peterson, especially if they put him in the right role. Now, I think it was very apparent last year, guys, that Patrick Peterson doesn't have the long speed anymore to play on the outside, just plain and simply, okay? He just doesn't have the legs anymore. However, I think that when he was forced to go play safety, when the Steelers were having their safety issues in terms of the injury bug, and he was forced to play in the middle, and, he wasn't really forced to play on the outside and all these different things, he actually played pretty darn well. And, his instincts really showed up in that kind of role, and I still think he could do something like that, or could he even play slot cornerback? I mean, on the outside, you really need to have that really elite long speed to keep up with guys down the field. Patrick Peterson didn't have that, but the instincts, the short area quickness, the long arms, the leadership, all that stuff fits really well into a potential slot cornerback, and honestly, I think the Steelers could do a lot worse than Patrick Peterson as their slot corner heading into 2024. Now, I would say right now, I think Cam Sutton is a better overall player. He's younger. I think he really fits into that role really nicely for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I actually think that Sutton is probably the more likely option for the Steelers in free agency to fill that slot cornerback role. But if Pittsburgh ends up going with Patrick Peterson, I think that he's probably going to be just fine. I think he actually has the skill set to play pretty decently from the slot. Now, what say you guys? Let me know down there in the comments section. Would you approve if the Pittsburgh Steelers brought back Patrick Peterson to be this team's slot corner in 2024? Let me know down there in the comments section how you feel about Pat Pete. And that wasn't it from Patrick Peterson either during that interview on the Jim Rome show. He actually had a little bit to say about the team getting Russell Wilson. This is what he had to say about the conversations he's had with Mike Tomlin. I even texted Mike Tomlin right after they signed Russell Wilson. I said, now you finally got a quarterback that has credibility. Wow, what a shot at Kenny Pickett there. A guy who's going to be in the lineup that you can count on. Damn! And then we got being in the lineup week in and week out. Now is just going to be putting the right pieces around him. And then what Patrick Peterson said in terms of what Tomlin responded with, he said he texted him back. He said, we got us one, talking about a good quarterback. So it seems like Mike Tomlin really does believe in Russell Wilson. He's very happy to have him in the room. And if you're somebody that's kind of waiting on the day for Justin Fields to come in there, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think if it does happen, it's probably going to be more along the lines of like a mid-season change at the very earliest, unless Russ gets hurt. I think Russ is really going to be their answer for 2024, and then we'll see how they feel about Russ heading into seasons to come. Now, before I go here, I do have some extra news items to share with you guys. Some awesome stuff coming out of the NFL today, where the city of Pittsburgh has been awarded the 2026 NFL Draft. The city of Pittsburgh will host the NFL Draft for that season. Art Rooney II, the Steelers owner, said that the event is going to be held close to Acrisure Stadium and it is going to kind of flow into downtown Pittsburgh. And honestly, guys, with as much history as the city of Pittsburgh has in the National Football League, obviously 6 championships for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl era. I just think that there is a ton of history to be explored with this event, and I think it's going to be so much fun. I know a lot of you guys out there, especially the people watching from Pennsylvania, are going to be planning on attending. So let me know down there in the comments section, do you plan on attending the 2026 NFL Draft in Pittsburgh, PA, the City of Champions? Let me know down there in the comments section what your plans are in the spring of 2026. So now we do have a big announcement here. I promised you guys a big announcement at the beginning of today's show. And that big announcement is that we're going to be doing a summer Madden series here on the channel where we're going to be going live twice a week starting next week. So every Wednesday and every Friday, Coop and I, we're going to be going live. And we're going to be doing essentially live watch parties for a Madden simulated season. So all 17 games of the Steelers schedule, we're going to be going 2 games a week. The games are going to be about an hour and 15 minutes apiece. It's going to be 6-minute quarters. We're going to see what Madden has to say about what the Steelers are going to do in 2024. We're very excited about this. If you guys know, our watch parties during the regular season are the biggest events we do all season long. And now, because it's the offseason, we're going to be hitting the dog days here. We wanted to provide you guys something fun for you guys to follow along with here on the channel. So we really do appreciate all of your support. Make sure you join us next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Week 1 versus the Falcons. If you want more content from me on Twitter, you can go to @Jack_Sperry, on IG @SpareDog.football. And then, of course, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Let's chase down the Chiefs report, and let's move up the power rankings here at Chat Sports.